What's up guys, Jason Ma the Magician, and welcome to another episode of Give Me Views. Give me lots and lots of views. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's actually Tutorial Tuesday where I teach you something cool. Except it's not Tuesday because I got lazy. In this video I'm going to be teaching you a card control that is so dang good that when you master it, a satellite signal will alert all consenting adults within a 5-mile radius that it's fucking time. Well, I think we can all agree that it's pretty cool. Now, I'm just going to be teaching you the bare bones of the move. I'm talking the basics, the fundamental basics, baby. If you're really looking to get some more in-depth instruction on it, I highly recommend that you check out the creator's tutorial, Ricky Smith. Put a link in the description below on where you can get that. It was also retaught by Tony Chang, baby. He added a few touches to it and made it just better. So yeah, I'll put both those in the description below. Check them out, baby. Now, I'm assuming if you're trying to learn this control, you already know how to do a thumb fan, but if you don't, here is a quick run through. Luckily for you, a thumb fan is super easy, barely an inconvenience, if you get that reference. All you're going to do is you're going to be holding the deck between these two fingers. The thumb is in the middle on the lower portion, all right? And your thumb is literally going to drag the deck around. Now, to really help the fan spread even more, you'll also be using your index finger. You'll notice that I kind of pull with my index finger, and if you do everything nice and quickly, you end up with a lovely little spread of cards. Practice it, learn it, and then do the cherry control. If you guys want a more in-depth instruction on that fan and maybe a couple of other fans, let me know in the comments below, and I can make a tutorial for y'all. But anyway, let's and without any further ado, join me in tutorial view. Alright, let's first quickly take a look from both views what is actually happening, and then we'll go in a bit more detail. So firstly, the card is inserted into the center. This is very fair. It goes into the middle. I then pull it. It strips out the back of the deck. I'm then squaring it with the back of the deck, and you can see this hand is providing a lot of cover as well as the deck. If you tilt forward, you can see it, but you know, that's obviously not what you want to do. Now, from here, I'm gripping the deck in this weird way, which provides a lot of cover from my arm as I now strip the card out and place it where I need it to be to execute a thumb fan. Okay, and that's going to hide the card perfectly. You can see it's almost aligned on the top. And then as I rotate everything and square it up, the card is now on the tippity top of the deck, and that is the raw basics of the move. How sick was the double screen view, eh? Now, I'm not going to be doing that for the whole tutorial, but if you need reference, you can obviously go back to that portion of the video and you'll be able to follow along fairly easily. So, let's dive into a more in-depth instruction on the cherry control. Not gonna lie, totally forgot what the move was called for like a hot second there. It's the cherry control. Alright, well, I wasn't going to teach you guys like this because it's super annoying to stand here with the camera here and the camera there and try to keep everything centered. But because I love you, I'll do it. Check it out. To start off with, we take the card. Okay, goes into the center of the deck. Now I'm holding it in a dealer's grip, okay? So that's the 3 fingers resting on the edge here, pointer at the top, and thumb just lazily hanging on the side. And when I want to do, to put the card back in, I just curl the index finger underneath. This lets me create a bow with the deck to riffle. That lets me put the card back into the center just like that. Now from here, I'm going to be pushing the card on an angle, alright? So I'm just pushing on the corner closest to the thumb, alright? And I use my middle finger. Haha, flipped you off! Boom! I use my middle finger to push that in, and it will go in on an angle. Now, you can see that the card's kind of out-jogged here. This is a little bit exaggerated, but you get the general idea. Now, once I've pushed that in as far as I can on that angle, my thumb will take over the back of the deck, alright? And now using this hand, my thumb and my other fingers here will contact the card from the corner just here. You can see that little bit of corner there, and then this corner here, and that allows me to actually pull that down past and behind the deck, and then I square it up so that now everything's aligned. Now from the front, it looks super clean, and if you're worried about flashing the card, you can actually rest your thumb here like this, and then you can do a little convincer, like riffle up the deck like this, and that thumb's gonna really cover this card sticking out the back. What up? It's Jace from the future here, and if you're wondering how much card should be sticking out the back of the deck there, it's about half of the card, okay? Literally what you see in the video. So about half, 50% of the card, that's literally the perfect amount. Anyway, back to the tutorial. Now from here, this is where it gets complicated. I'm going to be gripping the deck like this. Okay, so it's pinky on the side, pointer on the other side, and then these two at the front, as if I'm going to be doing a one-handed fan. They contact like this, and now I'm stripping the card out, so you can see my pinky's taken over, and the fleshy part of the thumb is taken over this card, and essentially what happens is I'm stripping it this way. I'm pulling the card out this way, so you can see in the front-facing camera there, you can't actually see the cards, but in the back you can see I'm stripping it out, and then I'm aligning it on the back, okay? Now to align it, what I'm actually aligning it with is, on these cards, you'll see there's like this little arrowhead just here, a little bit of art arrowhead, both sides obviously have that, and if you align those up as much as you can before you do the thumb fan, you'll find that the deck actually almost perfectly aligns when you do the fan, which means that you're super clean, baby. So again, the card goes in, you push it on an angle, it strips out the back, square it up, thumb to hide the back card as you riffle along to give a little convincer, right? From here, grip it, you're providing that cover, and you're going to be pulling it across as the card frees itself, line it up, and then put your thumb on that same little bit of art that I showed you before, and then execute a thumb fan. Boom. Just like that. And that's literally how you control the card. Now, when you do it face up, it's exactly the same thing. There's no difference. The only thing is that you want to kind of angle the fan up a little bit more. This gives you a moment where the card is hidden behind the fan. And then when you square it all up and turn it down, it comes into view, and it really does look like it kind of materializes to the top of the deck. And that is pretty cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, and make sure you tune in for the next video where I cut my own fingers off and use them to make a finger sculpture, because finger paintings are outdated. Bye.
Enchanté.